The light in aisle 7 Maya was restocking the cereal boxes when she heard it, a sound that most people wouldn't recognize, but she did. It started as a whimper, then grew into something desperate and raw. She dropped the box of cornflakes and moved quickly toward aisle 7, where the fluorescent lights buzzed loudest and the tile floor gleamed too bright. A little girl sat crumpled on the floor, hands pressed hard against her ears, rocking back and forth. Her face was scrunched tight, tears streaming down her cheeks. Around her, a small crowd had formed. Shoppers with their carts, a manager looking flustered, someone's grandmother offering a lollipop that only seemed to make things worse. Maya knelt down a few feet away, not too close. "Hey," she said softly, barely above a whisper. "It's really loud in here, isn't it?" The girl didn't look up, but her rocking slowed just a fraction. "I'm Maya. I don't like these lights either. They hum, and it gets in your head." She kept her voice steady and low. "Can I help make it quieter?" The manager, Dennis, stepped forward. "Ma'am, we've called for a father. He's somewhere in the store." Maya held up one hand without looking at him. "Dennis, can you dim the lights in this aisle? And turn off the music? We can't just... Please." Something in her voice made him stop. Maybe it was a certainty, or maybe it was the way the little girl had stopped rocking entirely, listening now. Dennis sighed and pulled out his radio point 30 seconds later. The overhead music clicked off. The lights in aisle 7 dimmed to half strength. The buzz faded to almost nothing. Maya slowly reached into her vest pocket and pulled out a small lavender-scented cloth she kept for her own rough days. She set it on the floor between them, not handing it over, just offering. "This smells nice." Sometimes nice smells help. You can use it if you want. Or not. That's okay, too. The girl's hands slowly lowered from her ears. Her eyes, big and brown and exhausted, flicked toward the cloth, then toward Maya. "What's your name?" Maya asked. "Lily." Her voice was small and shaky. "That's a really pretty name. Lily, you're doing great. I know it was too much in here, but you're safe now. You're okay." Lily reached for the cloth and held it close to her face, breathing in. Her shoulders started to relax, and a man came sprinting around the corner, his tie loosened, shopping basket abandoned somewhere behind him. He looked panicked, guilty, and relieved all at once. "Lily." "Oh, sweetheart." He dropped to his knees beside her, and Lily immediately leaned into him. Still clutching the cloth, he wrapped his arms around her and closed his eyes, just holding her. "I'm sorry," he said, voice tight. "I turned my back for 2 seconds. I didn't think. It's okay," Maya said gently. "She's okay now." He looked at her then, really looked at her, and something passed between them. Understanding, maybe, or gratitude so deep it didn't have words yet. "I'm Ethan," he said. "Her dad. Thank you. I don't know what you did, but thank you." Maya smiled. "I just listened." But Dennis didn't see it that way. 2 hours later, Maya was in his office, and he was sliding a termination letter across the desk. "You can't just shut down parts of the store, Maya. We have protocols." A child was in distress. "And we have protocols for that, too. You overstepped." He wouldn't meet her eyes. "I'm sorry. I have to let you go." Maya took the letter, folded it once, and walked out. She didn't cry until she got to her car. She was still sitting there, staring at nothing, when someone knocked on her window. She looked up. It was Ethan. With Lily holding his hand, he looked uncomfortable, like he'd been arguing with himself the whole way across the parking lot. "I heard what happened. I tried to talk to the manager, but it's fine," Maya said, though it wasn't. "No, it's not." He shifted his weight. "Look, this is going to sound strange, but I need help. Lily needs help. She's autistic, and I'm doing my best, but I don't always know what she needs. Today you knew. You understood her in about 10 seconds, and I've been struggling for years." Maya got out of the car. Lily was staring at the ground, tracing patterns in the air with one finger. "I'm an executive at a consulting firm." Ethan continued. "I can pay well. I just need someone who gets it. Someone who can help her navigate the world without falling apart in grocery stores. Or at school. Or..." He trailed off, and the exhaustion in his face was something Maya recognized. It was the look of a parent who loved his child fiercely but felt like he was failing every day. "I'm not a therapist," Maya said carefully. "I'm not asking for a therapist. I'm asking for someone who will treat her like a person, not a problem." Maya looked at Lily, who had stopped tracing the air and was now watching her with those big brown eyes. "Okay," Maya said. "Let's try." The first few weeks were hard. Lily didn't trust easily, and Ethan had built his life around rigid schedules that didn't always account for what Lily actually needed. Maya started slow, visiting 3 times a week, just spending time, learning Lily's rhythms. She discovered that Lily hated sudden sounds but loved the hum of the refrigerator, that she couldn't stand scratchy fabrics but would wear the same soft blue sweater 5 days in a row if allowed, that she didn't talk much, but when she did, she said things that were startlingly wise. One afternoon, Maya took Lily to the park. A dog barked nearby, and Lily flinched, hands flying to her ears. But this time, Maya had prepared. She pulled out a pair of noise-canceling headphones and held them up. "Want to try these?" Lily put them on, and her whole body relaxed. She looked at Maya like she'd just been given the best gift in the world. "Better?" Maya asked. Lily nodded. They sat on the swings, not swinging, just sitting, and Lily said, "You make the world quieter." Maya's throat tightened. "I'm glad." At home, things started shifting too. Maya began teaching Ethan small things, how to give Lily warnings before transitions, how to create a calm-down corner in her room, how to listen not just to her words, but to her body. He was a quick learner, and Maya could see the guilt that drove him, the fear that he'd been doing it all wrong. "You haven't," she told him one evening, after Lily had gone to bed. They were sitting in his kitchen, drinking tea. "You've been doing your best. Now you're just learning more tools. That's all parenting is." He looked at her with something close to wonder. "How do you know all this?" "I had a brother," she said quietly. "He was autistic. Nobody understood him the way they should have. I always wish someone had helped us the way I'm helping you." Ethan reached across the table and squeezed her hand. It was brief, but it mattered. Months passed. Maya started going into Ethan's office, consulting with HR about sensory-friendly accommodations, lighting options, quiet rooms, flexible scheduling. The company listened, and the changes helped not just a few employees, but dozens. And then one day, Maya noticed something. Lily was sitting at the kitchen table, arranging color blocks into complex patterns. Not random, structured, symmetrical, beautiful. Maya watched as Lily completed a design that would have taken most adults an hour, and she did it in minutes, without hesitation. "Ethan," Maya called, "come look at this." He came in, and his eyes went wide. "She's been doing this?" Maya asked. I thought she was just playing." But it wasn't just playing. Over the next few weeks, Maya brought Lily puzzles, pattern games, art supplies. Every single time, Lily excelled. She could see connections that others missed, solve visual problems like breathing. Maya contacted Lily's school, advocated for testing, for gifted programs. The teachers were skeptical at first. Lily barely spoke in class, often shut down during group work. But when they saw what she could do with patterns, with spatial reasoning, everything changed. Lily started flourishing. She still had hard days, still needed her headphones and her routines. But now people saw her talent, not just her challenges. And somewhere in the middle of all of it, Maya and Ethan fell in love. It wasn't dramatic or sudden. It was in the quiet moments. The way he looked at her when she calmed Lily down after a tough day. The way she looked at him when he remembered to dim the lights without being asked. It was in the laughter over dinner, the late-night conversations after Lily was asleep, the shared understanding that they were building something good. One night, after Lily had gone to bed, Ethan took Maya's hand. "I need to ask you something," he said, "but I want Lily to be part of it. Is that okay?" Maya's heart started racing. "Okay." The next morning, the 3 of them sat together in the living room. Ethan looked nervous. Lily looked curious. "Maya," Ethan said, "you've changed our lives. You've made our family whole in a way I didn't think was possible. And Lily and I, we talked, and we both agree." He glanced at his daughter, who nodded solemnly. "We want you to stay." Not just as Lily's support specialist, as part of our family. Forever. He pulled out a small ring box. Lily tugged on Maya's sleeve. Will you be my mom? Maya's eyes filled with tears. She looked at this little girl, who'd once been crumpled on a grocery store floor, now confident and seen and loved. She looked at Ethan, who'd gone from frantic and lost to steady and present. Yes, she whispered. Yes, I will. They became a family that day, not perfect, but real, built on understanding, patience, and the kind of love that sees people for exactly who they are. And every time they walked past aisle 7 in any store, Lily would smile and say, "That's where we found you." And Maya would smile back and say, "That's where I found you too."